What if electronics could be printed quickly on anything? I'm Aeron Jones, a student of electrical engineering at KAUST. Right now, the Wi-Fi is kind of just these invisible signals are being sent everywhere, right? As we try and push towards 5G, 6G, so faster speeds and better coverage for your phone, you need to be able to kind of focus this invisible energy directly to your phone. So in order to send or receive any signal, you need an antenna. It's how we communicate with the world. So there's antennas everywhere, and the issue is if we want to increase the speed, the current solution is you need to just basically make more of them. It's not really a beautiful thing for the city to have all these like structures, and also it's inconvenient, costly, and very power ineffective, right? The wave is getting shorter, meaning to cover the same distance, you need either to increase the amount of energy or you need to be more efficient in how you send the signal. We're thinking of putting these antennas, smart surfaces, on the windows of buildings or cars or trees. So when any electromagnetic wave, so some energy like hits the surface, we can then direct it to where it needs to go. So almost as if you're using the environment to help steer. So the idea behind what our group is trying to achieve is with these smart surfaces, they can almost be, optically transparent or hidden in plain sight, and they're also more effective. So rather than having many antennas that just send energy everywhere, we can kind of have these smarter, more intelligent antennas that blend in with the environment and can send it directly to everybody's phone. So we need to be able to steer the beam. One of the ways we're doing this is investigating different materials, and we're mixing them into an ink in order to be able to print them on these surfaces. So in our group, we've printed on t-shirts, like bandages, with newspapers, plastic. It can be placed on any object. So the potential benefit would be that you can essentially transition into 6G or faster communication for a fraction of the cost. And the idea as well is that if we're using printed electronics, we're able to print them like roll to roll. That's kind of the goal we're aiming for. So rather than spending a lot of time to just make one antenna, we're able to basically come up with our design, duplicate it, and just print row after row. So you could have millions of these things being printed per second. So you can cover large areas very easy for a fraction of the cost that it would typically take. Something our group is working on called the smart bandage. If we're able to print these antennas and electronics on bandages, it opens up a new realm of possibilities for what we can do. So our idea or our vision to transform into the future is you're able to print these electronics on this bandage, and it will be able to sense things like bleeding and pH. So it will immediately be able to transmit to your doctor or the nearest nurse. In the case of this printed technology, we know that we need to be more renewable, we need more material efficient, more power efficient. We need to adapt to the environment. Things are changing very fastly. So by getting into this printed electronics here at KAUST, I'm hoping that this technology helps us transition towards a more sustainable and technological future. Culturally in Saudi, I think it's such a beautiful country, and they're super hospitable. I could not feel more welcome in Saudi. Saudi's 2030 vision is super ambitious, but it also seems that they are able to achieve it with this aligning everybody to the same vision and putting a mass amount of resources behind them. You're able to achieve great things in such a short time. What makes KAUST special? First of all, the environment and the location. One of the most beautiful places I've ever seen. They have every piece of equipment or tool that you could ever need. If you wanted to build a rocket ship, you probably could. The people are great. I mean, they're from all walks of life. They're from every country, every nationality. It's very multidisciplinary. We've hit the point in science, I think, where if you're just specialized in one thing, we're kind of plateauing to some degree, where there's not such a big breakthrough that you can make anymore. Because of the really nice environment and open workspace, it's quite easy to approach other groups and just collaborate. Specifically at KAUST, there's a lot of opportunities to actually turn your research into a real product. We tend to collaborate with companies. Collaborating with industry actually really helps in also reassuring you as a student that your problem is really a problem. Whereas if a company approaches you with a problem, okay, well, this is a real problem that really faces, humanity, and there's a real, economic motivation behind it. It adds a lot of importance, I think, to the research. For me to achieve my PhD at KAUST would be a really proud moment for me, I think. I come from a very small town in North Wales, and for me to come, halfway across the globe to achieve a PhD at such a prestigious, proud university, it would be quite something, I think. I have a lot of ambition to just help people in some way. I like to think that whatever I'm doing will hopefully somehow benefit humanity in the long run. I'm Aeron Jones, and I'm on a mission to connect the world quickly.